All right, and here we get into it. Game 1. And I like the presence of mind right there from FOW. Already going in. Okay, he goes for a cross roll, but already just trying to dominate into the stage. Yeah, absolutely. Which is so important in this matchup.
I think it was very interesting that he sacrificed the stage control to try and get the cross-up read right there. Right. Because I guess maybe he thought that his opponent would have react to that or expect that since he knew that he had the stage advantage. But it was definitely not very fruitful because Jay's reaction, he was prepared.
Yeah, and he just got right out of there. But I do love the way that FOW has been running like in and out grounded, because a lot of times you'll see in Nesses, of course they'll use their floaty jump to get in and do some mix-ups, but he understands how important stage control is, so he's, rather than just jumping and trying to approach in that manner, he's just running right into the center stage so he can get in a good place and not get in kind of scenario that we're seeing right now.
Very interesting right there, the PK Thunder onto the stage recovery. He would have been able to retreat to the ledge from there, but it was interesting that he gave Jay an opportunity to think he was open to score his first damage. Now, one thing I've noticed about almost all Japanese players is that they will hold fast with their defense, you know, regardless of how much they think you want to come. Like, they will always hold their defense until they feel that there is a safe opportunity to attack. And the thing about a lot of Western players is they're very, very aggressive. They like to put a lot of pressure onto their opponents. So it's very interesting to see. You'll notice anytime he's like, okay, there's a potential for me to get hit here, he blocks. Their whole strategy going to this game is, we're going to block, and then if we see an opportunity that you might grab us, we'll react to the grab and block everything else. Since block covers every option except grab, we'll simply block and then, you know, avoid grabbing on reaction. So it's very interesting to see how Jay is implementing that mentality into his style right here, because he's spending a lot of time blocking. Now, of course, that is not a flawless strategy. Right. By simply always playing defensive with your block and heavily relying on it to cover a ton of options, you don't have the same amount of movement and you don't always have the same amount of pressure that you would have if you were willing to utilize more dynamic options. And that is what allowed Shaky to open up Jay, get a lot of aggression in on him, and then manage to take that stock with a nice confirm.
Yeah, definitely a solid play right there from FOW. And just as you were saying too, just being able, like, a lot of times in this game you'll see from the Japanese players, they are so comfortable in being in their shield, which is always such a great strategy. But like you said, there's some kind of nuances that a player can take advantage of. You can space in and out, get some kind of frame traps on those shields, and it'll make it really difficult to get anything. And of course we saw that from FOW, getting him up there, going to juggle, and he ended up closing that stock out with the up air. So definitely want to see kind of more presence, kind of see Jay take over this kind of tempo, because right now, definitely all in FOW's favor.
Interesting DI coming out from Jay there, getting him out of that trap. One thing I noticed that was very interesting is when Jay got the grab on his respawn, he went for the banish trap, and I know FOW's paying attention to that. Because if you know the matchup, you'll know that Ness can heal from banish. And I don't know if that's something that Jay knows. He probably knows. But it was interesting that he went for the trap right away, because I do not want to give Ness back HP right here.
Yeah, not at all.
Grab release into bouncing fish, not quite going to convert.
Okay, good up air. All right, we'll see the juggle here.
Nice down air, going to cover the landing. And that's exactly what we were talking about before. The first stock disappeared. When you get Ness off the stage, that aerial needle storm confirmed into the bouncing fish is a great way to cover so many of Ness's options if you hit that precise angle.
Yep, okay, and we have another bouncing fish. Just racking up this damage, all right, 51%.
Solid bread and butter Sheik combo is going to come out and put a little bit of a mix-up onto FOW. But we again saw, you know, in the beginning of the last game that it takes FOW a little while, but once he gets that pressure onto Jay, he's really going to be able to capitalize and keep it up there.
Yeah.
Again, Jay playing a very controlled game from the base of his shield. So let's see if FOW is going to be able to utilize that and continue to apply any pressure if he's going to be able to get back into this game. You can see he gives up a lot of stage control with this heavily shield-based gameplay. He gets himself into these edge situations, and it's not good for him. Very surprised there was no block on that pair.
Okay, nice. Look at this grab. All right, forward throw. Let's see what FOW has to bring to the table. Looks like he's trying to bait out the double jump fair. Did not get it. But still maintaining this stage presence. And again, that is so important in this matchup. The needles from Jay.
I don't really like this strategy from Jay in this matchup on this stage, because how are you going to get Ness off the stage like this is number one, right? You're really, really relying on FOW making a mistake, and this deep in a bracket with a bunch of skilled players, right? Like, why would you want to have a strategy that relies on your opponent making mistakes?
Right.
So that's one. And then two is, despite the fact that you're getting this chip damage from needles, I mean, there's just so much opportunity here for you to slip up and die. And see, Ness from this situation can kill Sheik. Sheik very unlikely to kill Ness in this situation. So, good grab there. He's going to get it confirmed. He does vanish. Again, he goes for the vanish. And from that percent, it's very risky to go for the absorption because the potential for up there is there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, in this situation, as the percents rise up, Ness can kill you with the grab. Sheik gets 50-50s from grab. That's not what you want to see. We have this kind of situation right here. Jay does not want to be here. This is not what
Thunder, man. Thunder gods.
You know, I want to be applying pressure. Very, very nice play right there. FOW goes for the trump and then instantly takes the ledge jump up air. So FOW, you know, despite the fact that he had to deal with the Sheik shenanigans, the early percent combos, things like that, went into that match with a solid plan, understood what he was up against, scouted out his opponent's weak points, and then capitalized tremendously.
Yeah. And wow, and interesting enough, I'm seeing a lot of emotion come out of Jay. He did not want to lose like that. This guy hit like 5 Thunders in a row. Not loving that one, man. Definitely not loving that one.
Yeah, he's not happy about this.
Yeah.
Definitely contemplating his counter pick. They got the translator on deck right now, so that they can figure out what's going on here.
All right, let's see. Maybe be checking his notes. Yeah, but that was a great play. And like, ironically enough, we were looking to see a lot of edge guard scenarios coming from Jay being the aggressor. But it ended up being FOW. Again, was edge guarding him time and time again, and he would not stop. Even the Thunder, even when Jay, okay, you're going to do a double jump instead of air dodge, then I'm just going to keep on thundering. Yeah, I'm going to rack up that damage easy.
Absolutely. Today's looking like a good day for Ness so far.
Yep.
But let me not speak too soon because we're going to have to counter pick over the battlefield. Jay looking to make something happen here with some platforms. He's going to get himself out of those PK Thunder traps a little bit. He's going to give him more options to land, more ways to escape with bouncing fish.
Wait a minute.
No, a run back?
He's going for the run back.
Oh, snap. I don't agree with this at all.
I think this might be a salty run back.
Yeah, I think that's a mistake.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely agree with him rather going with the platforms, as you were saying before. It would have helped him to get out of these Thunder traps. I'm not sure if he read something or felt like he had found a sufficient strategy to counteract those, but right now, I'm not really seeing it.
Good technology coming out there from FOW, using his double jump to put himself in the situation he is, but he didn't want the full height of it, so he used his down B to cancel his rising momentum, get himself back down onto the ground when he wanted to be there. Faking out of PK Thunder 2, seeing that Jay was willing to commit his double jump and recover high instantly. There's a bad situation for FOW, but he manages to use a very nice tech, get himself out of a bad situation, and converts it instantly into a 2-hit combo.
Yeah.
Doesn't find the trap with the forward smash.
But what I am liking, though, what we're seeing from Jay, now he's kind of combining the strategy with one using needles, and then once he sees the needles, hit him up, flip him up in the air, then he actually was going for some kind of edge guard, which is super important. Not just going for needles alone, because as you said, that's really not going to win him a game. He needs to get conversions off the needles.
Yeah. And a technical error coming out there by Jay. He definitely did not mean to grenade there. It's probably a bouncing fish he wanted to use to escape. But FOW seems to just be running around this guy at this point. He's definitely learned a lot about the way this guy plays and really giving Jay a hard time landing any meaningful damage. He's not even getting good conversions here. And we see now FOW with Ness winning the neutral game about 70% of the time in the matchup.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, he definitely needs to figure out something here. This safe play of just going for needles, it seems like he really doesn't want to try to deal with him in neutral. He's not trying to play the footsie game with him. He's just trying to run away with needles and hopefully get a stray hit, and that's just not working out for him at all.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Rare SD. I'm pretty sure FOW meant to blast himself into the ground and just wake up so he didn't go anywhere. But he does not, he wants to shake that one off. He still has a big lead. 64% though. That was such a lead. He's still up a game though. He's still up in percent. He's still in the lead. And I still think he's got Jay's number. But hopefully Jay will be able to utilize that and give himself a little bit of, motivation that he still has some fight left in this as as FOW continues to run away with this game.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we can see that FOW hasn't lost a step, even regardless of him actually losing that stock early to the unfortunate SD. He already has him at 88%. and he is still juggling. So juggling him, he's being coast to coast every single time. I do not see Jay ever in center stage. He's been in the corner every single time.
Exactly, and he's also just playing so much from his shield. Look, shield, 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 and it's retreat, shield, shield. And then he tries to find a grab opening, convert something from there. But you know what? The reason that Sheik is good is not because of Sheik's grab. The reason that Sheik is good is because of Sheik's pressure. The way everybody's always complaining, the way they feel they can't move when they're fighting Sheik, the way that Sheik suffocates you. So it's good that he's getting these grabs and getting these conversions, but that's not all he needs to win this game here against FOW. And a couple more grabs like this, one more grab like this is going to be the end of it. So you don't want to go head-to-head in a situation where you're forced to rely on grabs. Get the pressure out onto Ness.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's trapped on the edge again. We read the jump, but no conversion. Bouncing fist going to take him too far away. I like how FOW got himself out of a situation he did not feel comfortable in.
But again, we see
we just see him running away.
In the corner, back and forth, and this is not working out for him. And that shield is looking mighty small right now. That's not going to be working anytime soon.
Good grab here. Up air's not going to KO. And I kind of sort of like the fact that Sheik was more looking for Vanish. Trying to get a little bit of extra credit off of the grenade there. Not going to find it. Uh-oh. Back throw could be it. No, not across the stage. Bouncing fish towards the stage. PK Thunder Trap, nice. We've seen this situation before. Oh my god.
Wow.
Big mistake coming up from both players. Nair's going to do it though. FOW beats Jay 2-0. Jay is traumatized.
Yeah. He is definitely traumatized there. And
but he's still looking fresh.
Yeah. Always